Today's video is educational, okay? I'm going to go over one of the past setups that we did have in the trading room, and I believe I posted it at some point on Twitter, and just show you how I came up with it. Basically, what we do is we run all possible Fibonacci price retracements, extensions, and projections to identify these key trade setups. So I'm going to actually start in this case with the CBOE daily chart, and I'm going to look at what I like to call symmetry. This is where I'm comparing swings in the same direction to see if swings are similar to each other. So let's see what we have here. Over on the left-hand side, I do have a key high to low. I'm going to project it from this high, which is what we had done at that time. Comes in at 272.19. Now, it looks like some of these others are smaller, so we've probably gone through them, but sometimes I just don't see them exactly right. Okay, well, that one I was correct about, but we did go through that one, so we're not going to use it. And then let's see what else we have. This one, so yeah, it's got to be too small. So, okay, yeah, we can't use that. But what about comparing this swing to this swing? So let's take this prior high to low, projected from the high. Okay, so that came in at 270.47. So we have two symmetrical projections. There might be a few more back over on the left-hand side of the chart, but I think we have enough information right there. But what I want to do now is run price retracements. So basically, this was the high at that time when we were, looking at this setup. So what I'm going to do is take that low to that high. Okay, let's get rid of anything that the market went through, though, because then it doesn't have value anymore once it violates it. But we're going to take a higher low to the high. Okay, we don't have anything there either. But we're just going to keep going through this process. Higher low to that high. Okay, now we do have something that overlaps. And what about this higher low to that higher high at that time? And again, you can see where it starts to overlap. Okay, now there are a lot of lines, obviously, that the market had gone through. So we're just going to get rid of the ones that were violated. Okay, there we go. I'm also going to get rid of the lines that are underneath the market because we're not anywhere near those. And, want to just focus on, the work that's closer or that was closer at that time. But let's see, am I done yet? I don't think so. Let me double check and make sure I got this retracement low to high. This low to this high. Okay, well, you went through the 618, but the 786 came in lower. And we can even run this one low to the high. And then, okay, the 786 is going to be, I think, a little bit closer now. All right, so we have that. And then what about extensions? The only real extension that I would look at would be this low to this high, extended downwards, and see if that overlaps that area of support. So we have this low, we have this high. Well, we went below the 1272, but then there was a 1618 below. So we have a couple of areas that stood out. Okay, it wasn't only one. I mean, you had this area that included mostly the symmetry at that 270 to 272 area. And underneath, we had a nice cluster of retracements and a 1618 extension that came in a little bit lower, but we didn't quite get there. And yet another zone that came in, 257.12 to 260.46. But bottom line, we pulled back into this first area of support. It hit, it held, it triggered, and let's see, did we make the target yet? We're taking this prior high to low. Make sure I have the exact low though. So we have this high to this low. Yeah. So 314.80 is going to be target one off of this last low, off in that first setup zone. And then also after we had a little bit of a pullback over here, I'm also going to give you a second target off of this pullback. And that comes in at 313.14. That's the 1618 extension of this high to low. And one other thing that I'll look at would be I'm going to measure these two swings, compare them, high to low, projected from the low. And you can see that we have a really important decision coming in above the market at 313.14 to 314.80. And that comes in with a 1272 extension, a 1618 extension, and a 100% projection. So definitely, as we're extending these prior swings, you would definitely want to ratchet up stops at this point. But that's how, we came up with the setup. And again, we had a few different areas that it could have tested and held, but we did end up holding above this one. And that's why we were focusing on recreating this. Hope that helps. If you have any questions, you're always welcome to do a 2-week free trial on the site. If you just go to my site, queenofibs.com, you'll see the drop-down box if you want to join us. Have a great evening.